Yo, what's up, YouTube? Hey, we gonna react to how scammers make counterfeit money, bro. Feel me? Yeah, so we gonna react to that real quick, bro.
It's pretty wild. I'm holding it up. It's got the watermark. It's got the strip. Got the little 100 that turns colors. I'm thinking this is nothing like what Da Vinci was printing. Like, this is something real serious. And I knew that if I broke this, that it could be legendary. If I could figure this out, I could really set myself up for life.
And so out in circulation, people become very accustomed to the feel of the note, particularly tellers and cash handlers. So yeah, so there's the security thread.
Bro, I hate criminals like this, bro. I hate criminals like this, bro. I hate niggas who try to set their life using crime, bro. Don't set your life up using crime, bro. Get just the means to make something out there. I don't know, bro. Like, if you tryna start a what? You start a lighting bulb company, bro. Buy some lightning bulbs, bro. Buy equipment, bro. Like, you feel me? Buy some shit that can set you up for. Don't try to set your life up using crime, bro. It never works, bro. Come on, bro. Don't they be letting history repeat itself, bro? Bro, let me put it like this, bro. Most, alright, bro. I'm renting, bro. I'm renting. Don't try to set your life up, bro. Don't try to set yourself up for life using crime, bro. Cause a lot of amount of money, bro, going at some place, bro. Niggas can't see that shit, bro.
In the 20, it's a little harder to see there.
I spent so much time, perfecting these bills that I would notice any little, error or anything like that. I think I've got an attention to detail that most people probably don't have.
Counterfeiting is a way for criminals to get something for nothing. The allure of creating counterfeit money is obvious. And if you could do it without getting caught, you would do so too. And you would begin to be able to print your own money, going wherever you want within the world and buying whatever you want without a care in the world. But unfortunately, that is not reality.
If you get caught, you get punished severely for it. It's a real game that you have to put, everything you got into it if you want to win.
Now, banknote counterfeiting takes place in several stages. First, you have the acquisition of the appropriate paper. Now, I've seen criminals use all different types of stuff.
I went through rice paper, vellum paper, tracing paper, toilet paper, wrappers on toilet paper. I ended up finding that Bible paper was perfect. Bible paper glows a dull purple, just like money does. I would acquire the Bible paper by going into bookstores and just kind of taking out the blank pages.
Today, we live in a world where almost everyone has easy and immediate access to high quality editing tools. But before the modern era, counterfeiting was a much more difficult and expensive endeavor.
When they market, there's actually some science going on right now.
Compared to today, where it is much easier to create counterfeit bills, right? Just as thousands of people have discovered every single year.
On currency paper, it reacts to where it marks yellow. On pretty much 99% of every other paper made, it'll mark brown. And so it's really hard to find the right paper that would match money. I had Natalie order paper from all over the world pretty much. Gosh, man, we spent so much time on just ordering and testing and ordering and testing. And finally, it got to the point where it just wasn't working, nothing was working. And me and Natalie were in the house. I'm saying, we can't do this. I'm kind of getting on to her about it. And she grabs the telephone book and she's just shaking at me. You son of a bitch, we're not gonna find this shit, we gotta give it up. She throws it down and she marks the freaking telephone book, and what do you know, it marks yellow. I thought it was a mistake at first. When I seen her mark and I seen the yellow, I'm like, I kind of got shocked for a second, right? Like, okay, wait a minute.
If you're willing to break the law, you can print counterfeit money with nothing but a computer, a scanner, and a color printer in just about 10 minutes. However, whether or not it will pass off as legitimate is a whole nother story.
You need paper and you need ink, you need to print somehow, you know, basic stuff. That's the extent of what I knew. You need printing presses, a lumber yard, numbering machines for the serial number, color shifting ink, and measurements. Then you gotta fine tune if you need 171.4 embedded security fibers. You got the watermark also. All of it is all in the paper, so it's by far the trickiest part of it. So if you want it, you know, to be the right way with the right properties and chemistry and all that, well, there's no way you're gonna be able to bribe Crane out of, you know, selling you a spool.
Crane is the only manufacturer of U.S. currency paper. Because of its composition and its strength, it has a certain feel to it. And so out in circulation, people become very accustomed to the feel of the note, particularly tellers and cash handlers. So yeah, so there's the security thread, you know, in the 20. It's a little harder to see there. It is fairly well known that the majority of counterfeits that are detected in circulation are detected because of the feel. And if the paper doesn't feel right, then the person sort of stops what they're doing and then takes a closer look at it.
I recreated the exact recipe of the banknote paper that they use at Crane with the right thickness and the right fibers and the right ratio and the right chemistry properties. I somehow needed to find somewhere who would brew up this recipe that I have and make it for me. I had to come up with a story that would make sense for me to order such type of paper. So I created this fake company, Keystone Investment and Trading Company. It needed to sound big and large and, you know, this huge firm. The premise was to come out with our own bonds to put on the market. The closer to currency, the more secure it would be. You don't know for a fact that they didn't call police. You have to work like they are on you 100% of the time. You can't just call it in and go over there, pick it up, and then they follow you home, and then boom, like a moron, you get caught. You can't do that. So you have to assume that the pallets are rigged, and you're gonna have helicopters on it. Everybody's watching with binoculars from afar. You have to hire a constant flow of new people, so the guy you send over there cannot know who you are. He cannot know anything about the project. It can't be someone who's been working with you, because he's gonna have a lot to say.
Says here, producing or distributing counterfeit money or knowingly attempting to use counterfeit money is a criminal offense under.
See, this is a smart nigga, bro. He's smart, bro, because niggas gonna tell, bro. I promise you, bro, niggas gonna tell, bro. There's no bro gonna be solid unless you give him a script, bro. But niggas gonna tell, bro. When shit gets hard in there, bro, when you start doing the weird stuff, bro, interrogating, bro, and torturing them and stuff, bro. And bro, there's some real shit, bro. Niggas really get beat up, bro. On God. So niggas gonna tell, bro. So just give them something to tell.
Federal law, right? And most people are aware of this. So with that, most people wouldn't understand the mentality of a counterfeiter, right? They're risking the possibility of having to face federal prosecutors in a district courthouse and possibly a jury if it's taken to trial, which is terrifying enough. Never mind the fact that anti-counterfeiting laws passed by Congress states that whoever with intent to defraud falsely makes, forges, counterfeits, or alters any obligation or security of the United States can be imprisoned for up to 20 years. So when you start to learn the laws behind these crimes and you see cases where other people have been handed down lengthy sentences, it really makes you wonder why these guys even got into this mess to begin with. But I think everyone can understand that desperate times call for desperate measures.
I started counterfeiting when I kind of found myself in a desperate financial situation. I wrecked a work truck, so I lost my job. And, you know, I had a newborn baby at home. The lease was up in our house. So I was just kind of, you know, in a desperate spot. I was just trying to think of some way to get my family back on their feet, you know. And counterfeiting just ended up being like the safest, easiest way. The majority of the money I printed was the 96 series $100 bill. I also counterfeited some of the 2013, the new blue notes, but really that was more of like a hobby for me, like just kind of a challenge. The longest process to start counterfeiting was making the digital files. I would say I spent 2 months of just editing these images. Really, Wikipedia has pretty high resolution photos in their stock, and I broke the image down to multiple layers. So I would have one image of just the background color. I'd jumble up the serial numbers. I knew I needed to find a real thin paper that was opaque enough to where you couldn't see the strip and watermark through the face of the bill. I would coat the bills with a matte lacquer spray can, which basically enabled the counterfeit detection pens to mark yellow. I would also use invisible ink UV pen to draw an invisible line over the strip. I also found a certain type of iridescent green eyeshadow that I would basically paint on to the 100 in the bottom corner to kind of replicate the color shifting ink. One cashier would run her fingernail along Benjamin Franklin's shirt to kind of feel the rigid texture. I ended up going to like a Hobby Lobby and I found like a fine tip glue pen. It would dry and give a little texture to a shirt. The 3D security ribbon on the modern $100 bill was hard to crack. The Bureau of Engraving and Printing kind of outsources a company to produce the paper and some of the security features. And I was able to find the patent rights, so it's like it basically explained how to do it. The trial.
Damn, bruh. Bruh, this nigga put in all efforts to get that shit. Oh, God. Damn. Smart, though.
Trial and error was definitely frustrating. When I first started counterfeiting, you know, I would just experiment and I'd mess up 5 for every one that I made well. Towards the end, I could make a perfect counterfeit $100 bill in probably 5 or 10 minutes.
Damn. Damn, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. Hey, man, bro, these niggas, bro. Bro, if I would do some shit like that, bro, I would just make enough for some shit that I want, bro, and stop, bro. Like when stuff like crime, bro, becomes a solution, and you make it a habit, bro. Like niggas, like humans are creatures of habits, bro. So you gotta be quick to realize that and to hold on to. You will never become this. You feel me? Yeah. As in, for it not to be part of your arsenal, part of who you are, bro. So yeah. Hey, like, comment, subscribe, bro, and catch you on the next one.